How is it possible for lunchboxes to reach tables with minute-level precision every day in a city like Mumbai, with a population of over 20 million and millions rushing to work each day? This is where the mysterious system called Dabbawala comes into play. But who are the Dabbawalas? They are actually people in their special uniforms who collect lunchboxes from homes early in the morning, transport them to the city center by train, and deliver them to office desks at lunchtime. The word Dabbawala combines dabba meaning lunchbox and wala meaning carrier. In a way, they are Mumbai's invisible food couriers. So how does this system work? Everything starts at home in the morning. Meals prepared by mothers or family members are placed in metal tiffin boxes. These boxes are taken by dabbawalas and marked with colorful symbols and codes. The coding indicates which train the box will take, at which station it will be dropped off, and which office it will be delivered to. So even a courier who cannot read or write can deliver the box to the right place by just looking at the colors. But in such a complex city, how are so many boxes distributed without mistakes? Here lies the miracle of the Dabbawala system. It operates as a chain. One collects boxes from homes, another sorts them at the station, another transports by train, and the last distributes them at business centers. Each is only one link in the chain, but is responsible for the entire system. The chain works so efficiently that error rates go down to 1 in a million, meaning the quality level that modern logistics companies spend billions to achieve, Dabbawalas reach with only discipline and cooperation. How can such a system work perfectly without technology, computers, or GPS? This is the most fascinating part. The Dabbawala system is based on 3 principles: simple coding, human discipline, and integration with the train network. Each tiffin box is marked with colored symbols, numbers, or letters. These marks indicate the neighborhood it was collected from, the train it will board, and the office it will be delivered to. In other words, it's a visual GPS without software. Human discipline keeps the system running. Dabbawalas live in sync with train schedules, and if one link fails, all are held responsible. This collective responsibility produces perfect cooperation. Mumbai's train network is the backbone of this process. Boxes are loaded onto trains at the same times every day and exchanged at the same stations. No GPS is needed because the train system runs like clockwork. As a result, the Dabbawalas achieve the 99.9% reliability that modern companies strive for through billion-dollar technologies, simply with routine, simplicity, and collective consciousness. When Harvard studied this system, it concluded, excellence does not always arise from complex technologies. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. What is the secret to its reliability? Punctuality, solidarity, and responsibility. Each Dabbawala lives in accordance with train times. Any delay disrupts the chain. Instead of individual competition, there is collective collaboration. No one is only responsible for their own boxes. Operation of the entire system is considered a common task. Why is this system so important culturally? Because in India, food is not just about sustenance, but also a symbol of family bonds. People prefer homemade, fresh meals over outside fast food. The Dabbawala system allows millions of employees to eat homemade food at work every day. In essence, it carries the love of families and cultural values into the city center. Why does the world admire this system? Harvard Business School analyzes Dabbawalas in logistics courses. Forbes calls them the world's most reliable delivery system. BBC documentaries and business icons like Bill Gates and Richard Branson come to witness its flawless operation. And all ask the same question: how can such a system work so perfectly without technology, computers, or GPS? And their admiration grows as they learn the answer. Where does this system originate? About 120 years ago, during British colonial times, white-collar workers in Mumbai had trouble accessing lunch. So a few people developed the idea of delivering food from home. Over time, this idea grew, became organized, integrated with the train lines, and transformed into today's perfect system. Thus, it is not just a logistics model, but also a cultural heritage spanning over a century. What lessons can the world learn from this? Complex problems aren't always solved with advanced technology. Simple methods may be far more effective. When human resources are organized correctly, flawless results can be achieved. A system that aligns with cultural needs is long-lasting and sustainable. And for all these reasons, the Dabbawala system today not only delivers lunches in Mumbai, but actually transforms the world's perception of logistics. With its principles unchanged for more than a century, it proves excellence can be achieved not always through advanced technology, but also through simplicity and discipline. That's why Dabbawala is not just a delivery chain, but also a philosophy of life. Their story can be summed up in one sentence: Dabbawala, perfection born from simplicity. If you enjoyed this impressive story of the Dabbawalas, don't forget to like my video. For more inspiring content, subscribe to my channel. I'm curious to know what you think about the Dabbawala system. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments.